With the exceptional Vision 2030 and the massive expansion in the economy of Saudi Arabia, companies are in race to enter in and take a part of the cake. But how difficult is it to establish a company with a commercial license in KSA? Let us see together. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia wants to be the strongest economic force and the new financial center in the Gulf and in the Middle East. With Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia is preparing very distinctive projects, the largest of their kind, not only in the region but in the world, like the NEOM project, Qiddiya, Roshan, the Red Sea project, and the Line project, even though the Line had some setbacks, and many other huge projects that feel like they come from sci-fi movies. And when there are so many huge projects, the level of international trade increases dramatically. For example, according to data from the General Authority for Statistics in Saudi Arabia, the value of merchandise imports into the kingdom amounted to 194 billion riyals during the first quarter of 2023. In the same quarter, the value of kingdom's merchandise exports reached 313 billion riyals. According to the summary bulletin of the Ministry of Commerce, the total number of existing commercial records reached more than 1.35 million commercial records. These numbers give you a glimpse into the huge volume of trade in Saudi Arabia and why there is a demand for a commercial license. People interested in opening a business inside KSA, most of whom already have a company outside it, are mostly interested in obtaining a commercial license. But their company may or may not meet the requirements for obtaining a commercial license in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You can obtain this license in two ways. The first method, you obtain a commercial license with a Saudi partner registered with the investment license, provided that the Saudi partner's share is less than 25%. As the second method, a foreign commercial license with a 100% ownership, and this requires you to have at least 3 foreign companies in 3 different markets. There are also other conditions related to the capital and the value of financial investments within the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia during the first 5 years. Okay, let us assume that you have only one company that fulfills the condition and requirements of the second method established in any country other than KSA, but you do not have 2 other companies. What is the solution? Well, you can open a company in UK and another one in US. Thus, you can apply for and obtain a commercial license in Saudi Arabia. Own your company 100% and start your work in Saudi Arabia. But be careful, it's never that simple. Because if we are talking about establishing a normal company in the US or UK, it's not difficult. But if we're talking about establishing 2 companies to obtain a commercial license in Saudi Arabia, that is a completely different story. Because the US company and the British company must be established specifically so that the primary parent company fully owns the 2 companies. We advise that this matter is be done by a specialized entity in the US and another one in the UK. Not only that, after establishing the 2 companies, certain documents must be obtained from both countries to link the 3 companies together. These documents need to be authenticated by both countries, must be notarized, and shipped to be accepted in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All the required papers and documents must also be certified in accordance with the terms and requirements of the Ministry of Investment in the Kingdom. Otherwise, they might get rejected. But don't worry at all. With HFA, this is simple. This is one of the solutions that we at HFA Firm have been providing to many companies and helped them obtain a commercial license in KSA. Our team in the United States and UK can help you and provide you with all the necessary support. Not only that, but if you would like to acquire a foreign company that meets the conditions and establish 2 other companies to obtain a commercial license in Saudi Arabia, contact us and we will be glad to help you. Note that all the process of establishing the 2 companies in the UK and US takes about 20 to 25 working days. You may be wondering, can I acquire or establish 2 companies in the Gulf countries, for example, or anywhere else? The answer is yes, it is possible. But it is very expensive compared to the US and British companies that we talked about. It's also much more expensive in terms of annual renewal and follow-up costs. You also must travel to the countries in some cases where you want to establish your 2 other companies, if you choose the Gulf area. Unlike the US and Britain, there is no need to travel to establish or renew your company every year. And don't forget, the difference in the time required to establish the 2 companies between the Gulf area and the UK and USA is huge. Not only that, we at HFA will follow up on all the legal and tax matters and accounting models for both of your companies, so you do not have to. The costs are always lower than other options for establishment and annual follow-up compared to other countries. So, what are you waiting for? Contact us now to help you obtain a commercial license for your company in KSA.